G'day Jimmy, how you doing?
Yeah, good. How are you today?
Yeah, good to see you again, mate. Mate, firstly, let me thank you for getting behind Two Boys Unplugged as a sponsor this year. As you know, our goal is the development of local artists and live music in general, and your support and sponsorship is going to directly flow down to the artists, and we really thank you very a lot, mate, for getting behind this competition of ours.
I wanted to get behind it. I mean, it's a fantastic thing for the artists, an avenue for them to show their wares and, move ahead. And there's not enough of that going on. And over the years, I've seen live venues in Melbourne shut down all over the place, and we're really struggling to get, this sort of thing going. So good on you for doing it.
Yeah, this is our 5th year actually. So and we've had some amazing talent come through, and a lot of our finalists and winners have gone on to do some amazing things as well, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. But speaking about the industry, let's talk about Cargill custom guitars.
Yeah, sure.
Really want to have a chat to you about that because I believe that the business started in 1956 with Merv. Is that correct?
Yeah, Merv, my father started it. He was pulled out of school at the ripe age of 13 and apprenticed to Pacific Guitars, who were looking for some young talent.
Yep.
And he put his hand up and said, I'm over this academic career of being at school at 13. And he thought I'll take off. And he was apprenticed to them. I got his original apprentice papers, so they were at home. And he became one of their top luthiers. Unfortunately, that company went belly up after World War II finished because all the imports were coming back in. The company was built through the Second World War, pretty much. So, but once the imports started coming back in, they couldn't compete.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but when he put his hand up in school at 13, that was my destiny as well.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
The business lineage goes way back, obviously, from father to son, and now you've carried it on for some 30 odd years as well.
Yeah.
And one of the questions I really wanted to ask you was, can you remember a defining moment when you knew that this was going to be your passion?
Well, it was sort of when I was young, going through school. I used to see all the top pop stars come down and visit Merv, and they all wrote beautiful things about him on the wall, and were very complimentary.
Yeah.
And I thought, hang on, what's going on here? Like all these pop stars that everyone chases around and buys for their attention. They come and see my dad, so it looks like a pretty good career. They got it's all going on there with Sherbet and all the bands of the day, Skyhooks and all the different ones. They're all coming and seeing him because he was top of his field. He was a real pioneer in what he did. So everyone wanted to see him. And quite often, if a guitar was sold at the trading post back in the day, it would say set up by Merv Cargill. It was a big feature.
Wow.
But no one did set up work like him, so he was out there by himself with that. So
yeah, that's amazing. So we're out here at your workshop, mate, and I'm absolutely blown away to see, how much is really handcrafted. There's a lot of machinery here. There's a lot of manual type machines.
Oh yeah.
And
exactly.
these really are hand built guitars. This is custom building. In the art form, the original art form.
Because we do custom jobs straight up. There's variations on everything. Everyone we build, so there'll be variations on the neck sizes, the shape of the guitar, everything pretty much. So I can't really set up to make the one instrument because everyone's different to the last. So. And it's been like that my whole time that I've been doing this, and through all the time I work with Merv, we took individual orders off people designed to fit them. And you can't just throw one set of specs on everything and be done with it.
Yeah, so you're really using traditional methods and hand making these amazing custom guitars for individuals that are ordering them.
Yeah. I still use a spoke shave on the necks and all the. I've got a CNC for cutting out big chunks of stuff, but when I do the custom one-offs, I can't use it because we'd have to program up just for the one guitar. So I use it for some things like fingerboards sometimes, but I still prefer cutting the fingerboard by hand. So and there's a certain connection you get with it doing it that way, and you know every inch of it by the time it leaves your hands. You've been over the thing 1,000 times and know every mark in the timber or every anything you have to address it when you're in the finishing stages. So
it's amazing, I'm sure there's a lot of people do know the sorts of timber that get used in guitars, but you want to just give us a little bit of insight into, the types of timbers that you use in guitars and why?
yeah, sure. I mean, I'm a massive fan of ebony fingerboards, and on the acoustics I do ebony fingerboards, bridges, headstock overlays. Ebony's a fantastic timber, and that's why they use it in classical guitars, classical instruments. Cellos and violins and double basses are all got ebony fingerboards, ebony bridges, tailpieces. It's very extremely durable. It's black and buffs up beautifully without any finish on it. You just buff it, the raw surface of it looks fantastic. And the thing is with steel string guitars, if the fingerboard's not black, it's going to end up black because the steel comes off the strings into the board. So, it looks great. I couple that with stainless steel frets, which are just fantastic. They're about 4 to 5 times harder than normal fret wire.
Yep.
So they're beautiful to bend on because there's no friction, so you can slide around and bend on them easily. And the wear is unbelievable. I'm actually doing myself out of a lot of work by supplying them to people because no one comes back.
Yeah, because you do a lot of the maintenance as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. They don't need to. I've got one player who used to play 8 hours a day on one instrument, and I'd see him every 3 months. And I refretted his guitar with stainless, and he came back a year later and he didn't need anything. So
you just got to charge 5 times more for the stainless, though.
Yeah, I know. Me too. But it's hard to work, but it's well worthwhile. So I put stainless in all my guitars now.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, it's such
so
an
the
advantage.
body of the guitar is quite often a different timber to the neck, right?
Yeah.
Because I believe that's where sound and resonance can come from as well in terms of the timber that's used in the
For
body
acoustics.
of the guitar. Yeah, acoustics,
absolutely. I mean, the side and back material has to be quite sturdy and reflective. You want a nice stiff base for the soundboard to sit on. The soundboard's the opposite. It's flexing like crazy and doing all the work, all the vibration and sounds coming from that. So the funny thing is with acoustic guitars, there's virtually nothing you can change on the guitar that won't have an effect on it. Everything, even if it's a minor effect or something you can barely notice, everything will have an effect on the overall result.
Outcome.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. But just gone back to French polishing soundboards because, like with classical instruments, it's thin and hard, so it doesn't mute the sound too much. Modern finishes, some of them are like laminating a big hard sheet of plastic over the instrument, and it just kills the tone.
Yeah.
So but French, everything adds more time to it. So I'm like, do I really need to make these builds longer? But anyway, yeah.
And how long does an average custom build take you?
Well, I probably do about 25 a year, so
Wow.
one every couple of weeks.
Yep.
But I'm working my repair business pretty much 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. So I'm doing it around that. But I love doing it. Up here, it's great too. There's not really interruptions, and you can get stuck into it. And I think the instruments show they've come from this workshop because it's a lot more relaxed space, and I've got time to do all the work I need to do.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, but I love doing the building.
Terrific stuff.
That's where the art is.
Yeah. You also run, I believe, guitar building courses here.
Yeah,
Has
I
that
do.
become a passion for you?
It has. It's been fantastic. I mean, when I built this workshop, I thought I'd do the building here and I'll do the classes here as well because it's all around the same thing of constructing an instrument from scratch. I did it as a business venture, but it turned into so much more than that. It turned into people coming here and changing their lives. I couldn't believe the impact it had on people, and apart from being their therapy one day a week, they were coming here and taking a new course in their life. And every week people say to me, "This is the best day of my week." People say to me, "This is the best thing I've done in my life."
Wow.
And it's just stuff you don't hear normally, and I can't believe it. And the look on people's faces when they've played their guitar they made for the first time is just priceless. And it's been incredible. I've done about 100 people through here, and everyone except 3 people, I think it is, went and built more guitars.
Wow.
Only 3 people came and were happy to build the one here and left it
Wow.
at that.
Yep.
One guy's built 35, another guy's built 30, another guy's built 25, and there's
So how long
guys
does
around
that
20.
how long does that take for that course from start to finish for someone to come in and build a custom with you?
I'll say 12 weeks, but
12 weeks,
yeah,
yeah.
which is just every Saturday, one day a week.
Yeah.
But it never is that.
Yeah.
It turns out to be much more.
6
But I
days.
don't hurry people. I just let them go at their own pace.
Yeah.
I've heard some of the courses they put a strict time frame on it, and if you go over that, they start charging you. But you know, you can't push people. They've never done it before, so
Yeah.
they're finding their way as they go along. So some of them are using tools they've never used before for the first time. So you've got to give them space. But I must admit, sometimes it's frustrating watching someone do something for an hour and a half that takes you 5 minutes. That can be a bit,
Yeah, I can
down a
imagine
bit, but you know, I can always grab the tools off them and finish it for them. But you know, I hold back from that.
Yeah, well, it's about you guiding them and you know,
Yeah.
supervising the project, not doing it for them, isn't it?
Absolutely,
Yeah. And that's, I
absolutely.
guess that's why they get so much pleasure out of it
Oh,
at the end of the day, you know.
the guitars that have been made here have been unbelievable.
Yeah.
So some of the best instruments, some beautiful guitars, and those people don't just take the guitar home. They take all the skills. We cover sharpening, we cover all the lacquer polishing, all these different aspects of it, and yeah, they're just. And the problem is with building guitars, especially acoustics, you're usually planning the next one as your finishing one, and that's what these people, the trap these people get caught in, and they're off and running. And you know, after the course, I'll get a call from people saying, "Oh, I'm doing this bit. What's the measurement?" You know, they've only been through it once, so I sort of expect that. But yeah, it's funny. I mean, I had a friend, Andrew, became a friend through the course. He's a medical scientist, and he got home and he had his guitar. His guitar was great. I said that to him, but I think he thought I was just blowing a bit of hot air his way.
Yeah.
He gets home, at home he's got Martins and Gibsons, all the good stuff. He rings me up and goes, "I don't get it." I go, "What don't you get, Andrew?" He goes, "Why does it sound so good?" I said, "Just be happy the best guitar you own is the one you built." And he's built now 25 guitars.
What a great result, hey?
Yeah. So, you know, once he A-beat it with the others, he realised that,
That's
so,
amazing. It's and like you said, for some people it's therapy. For other people, it's you know, a passion that they're going to take on with them.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's all therapy for them.
Yeah. Hey James, you know, when I speak to people in the industry, it's fairly clear that anyone who's anyone knows Cargill, the Cargill brand. It's fairly synonymous in the industry. And I believe you have supplied custom guitars to some extremely famous Australian and international sort of artists and bands over the years, including James Morrison, Missy Higgins, Tommy Emmanuel, Simon Brinks from Australian Crawl, Dallas Crane, Crowded House, Jack Jones, Jimmy Hocking, Screaming Jets, Angus Young, AC/DC, Jimmy Page, Led Zeppelin, just to name a few. You know, that's. Can you tell us, you know, your most memorable build for someone like that, and who it was, and why it stands out in your memory?
The Tommy Emmanuel was special to me because, I mean, he's a legend and he's incredible talent. But I'd already built the guitar, and I was showing Ron Lee, who used to manage Tommy, at my workshop in Seaford, and he goes, "That's unbelievable." He goes, "You should show that to Tommy. He's playing the Frank Sinatra Centre this week, so you can catch him there. I'll organise it for you."
Yeah.
So I went down to the Arts Centre. He was standing backstage. I went up to him. He played the guitar, and he goes, "I'll buy that." And that was that easy. But he needed some
Just like
adjustments.
that.
Yeah, you know, it was great. And he needed some adjustments done on it. And he said to me, "That's okay. I'll get one of Chet's boys to look at it." So he's going back to the Nashville. He's going to get Chet Atkins' crew to look at it. And I'm like, "All right, yeah, fine."
Yeah, they can touch it.
Yeah, they're allowed. Yeah, Chet Atkins, yeah. So he's hanging with Chet a lot in the States. So,
Yeah.
but, you know, what an incredible player Tommy is. And,
Yeah.
that's and recently, about 2 months ago, he rang me up. I haven't talked to him since then.
Yeah.
And he rang me up and he goes, "I'm just getting some stuff out of storage here, and your guitar is here." And he goes, "I love it." He goes, I'm recording next week. I'm doing an album with someone, and I'm going to use it." And he rang me up just to tell me how much he loved it. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't expect that. And when he rang, he goes, "It's Tommy Emmanuel." And I go, "Is it?" Thinking someone's pranking me, right? And then he said, the third time he goes, "It's Tommy Emmanuel." And he mentioned something about Byron. He was doing the blues festival, so I realised it was him. But I said to him, "You're Australian guitar royalty," and he had a laugh at that. He bloody well is.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
So, mate, you know, we're incredibly fortunate to have you as a sponsor, which I mentioned before, for the Two Boys Unplugged competition. And you're building a custom guitar for the winter this year. Do you want to talk to us a little bit about the style of guitar that we've decided upon, and some of the features that we're looking at putting into it?
Sure. Well, I thought I'd do a Telecaster because it's an iconic guitar. People love them. 3 sounds, 1 volume control. There's not a...
Sorry, how's it? Oh, what's happening there? Let's stop recording. Just talk again, Jim?
Yep. I thought I'd do a Telecaster.
Go again, sorry.
Yep, right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought I'd do a Telecaster. It's an iconic guitar. Same design since 1953. It hasn't been changed really. They've got modern versions of it, but you can still buy the original. 3 sounds, 1 volume control. It's a pretty straight up guitar, but everyone loves them, and it's we're using Lola pickups, which are in a boutique pickup from America, which give an incredible tone. And I thought I'd do Bird's Eye Maple next, because the Bird's Eye Maple's denser than normal maple.
Yep.
So it's about 20% denser, so you get more sustain and definition, presence and everything from the Bird's Eye. And I'll probably put an ebony fingerboard on it too, because the Bird's Eye and ebony is the best combination. Sonically, that neck is unbeatable, and people like Music Man, they've been onto it for years.
And it's going to be, what I understand, to be a hollow body semi-acoustic electric guitar in that style. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. It's
wow.
I'll do it in the style of like a thin line,
yeah,
which is just hollowing down one side. So, I thought I'd probably put an acoustic pickup in it as well, so it's got a stereo output. And then you can use it. It's really versatile. You can take it to a gig and do acoustic parts with it and electric, and it's good for everything. So, but I made a lot of those. I started making about 8 years ago replicas of a 53, original 53 telly, and I just took about 10 orders off it straight away. So I just got stuck with that for a while, and I'm still doing them. But you can't beat some of those classics.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. Sure. Well, I've seen the start of the body, which we were up here a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about doing the sponsorship, and straight up we left that night, and I think you started on on a body.
It's only about an hour after you left, because I know how busy I am, what I've got to do. So I thought I better get this rolling. I'm going to be in strife.
Yeah, that's amazing, Jim. Look, Jim, it's been an absolute pleasure learning more about Cargill custom guitars. I truly thank you for supporting Two Boys Unplugged and the local music scene. It means a lot to us, and I know whoever wins this guitar is truly going to own a unique piece that's worth quite a lot of money. And so thank you very much, mate, for your support for music over all the years, and continuing forward with local music. It's not something you have to do, but obviously you're passionate about it, and we really appreciate it, mate.
Well, thank you for just holding the competition, because I can't wait to get down there and see some of the talent.
Well, you'll
see how it pans out.
You'll be sitting on the judges panel, mate, on a few of those nights in finals. So
nice.
We look forward to having you down there, my friend.
Great.
All right.
Thanks for that.
Thanks a lot, Jimmy. Good on you.
Thank you.
Ta.